Together again in Malta, the Princess and the Duke meet in the George Cross Island and pose for these special pictures in the grounds of the lovely Villa Guardamangia, Malta residence of Earl Mountbatten. In the distance they can see HMS Checkers, the destroyer to which Prince Philip has been assigned as Jimmy the One, the Navy's term for a first lieutenant. Although the royal flight to Malta was delayed by fog, the princess was able to spend a part of her wedding anniversary with her husband. It's the princess's first real holiday since her honeymoon. Although Prince Philip is aboard his ship most of the day, the royal couple are able to spend more time together than ever in Britain.
Good morning, guys. I'm wearing sunglasses, but don't be fooled. It is absolutely freezing and I'm dying because I really hate this weather. I can't wait until it's summer again because cold, but we do have like blue skies. The sky is blue, so this is exactly that bad. It's better than grey and raining, so let's look on the bright side. Anyhow, guys, I have forgotten my stick, but today we have quite a busy day. I am starting from something I am not quite sure about. Today there is an open day of Villa Guardamangia and I'm gonna go and check it out. I am not sure how it's going to work. I'm not sure whether they are permitting anyone to video, like even with a small camera, or if they are permitting any photos. I am promising I'm gonna do my best. If they will let me video with my small camera, and that would be another video. If not, I'm going to try and take some snaps and I will include them in the video because obviously I'm not gonna film if they tell me not to. First thing first, let's find this Villa Guardamangia where the Queen used to live. I can't believe I'm going to see it today. I've been after it for so long, so let's go. So it was no surprise that when we got here we found a bit of a queue, well deserved, because a lot of people wanted to see this house because it has been talked about so much but was never opened entirely for the public. So as expected, it was a little bit run down, but from the first room you can see the majestic build of it and the arches, and it was so amazing. This was the first entrance, which had like a strange kind of doorway, something that I have never seen before. There is a little passageway between one door and another, which led to the second room, which has like this amazing tiles. Oh, this was a bit broken here, but you can actually see how beautiful the tiles were. These are statues that were retrieved from the garden, I believe, that decorated the gardens really nicely. I'm looking forward to seeing the huge gardens. Huge windows that were something that is traditional in Malta, to have these large traditional wooden windows that brought in the lights, and also a lot of rain when it rained. Actually a lot of rainwater came in from them, but they decorated the houses really nicely. Doors like these, I'm not sure where they would lead to, but not all of the villa, we didn't have access to everywhere. there were some doors that we weren't allowed to go through. Oh my goodness, these tiles are just amazing. Like this one here, you could see that there is a stairway going down, but we weren't accessed that part, and I was just beginning to wonder whether down there was the war shelter that everyone says there is here, which we have never actually seen footage of as yet. This is another small passageway between one door and another, and there is this what we call under the stairs, and in traditional Maltese houses we use them as storage. And you could see from the ceiling that there are the actual steps going up. Next room was like, there's not much to give away what the rooms were here, although you could say that there was a door over there, but there's not much as information to which was the rooms were used for, although this one I would think from the tiles would give away that it was like a little kitchenette, and there is a huge sink. This was another passageway with another huge, look at those taps, which are not found for sale anymore, like it's huge. And the sink, that makes me believe this was either a washroom, a laundry room, but then the dark ceiling make me believe that there was something maybe cooking here, because it's like fire. This was part of the stables. We were told that this was part of the stables. And this was another extra room which we couldn't enter because renovations have started already, and as you can see the ceilings are a little bit outdated, so you have to be careful and safe while people are in there, so we couldn't enter that room. The tiles are just so immaculate. I just wished they would have been made perfect. If somebody could just walk us through which rooms were used for what. This was actually the first room that we came through, and this is a view of the garden, so I think that the shutter was recently made. But look at those tiles. I cannot get over how immaculate these tiles are. The doors also, the wooden doors, I think they have been here for a very long time. I don't quite think that they are the original ones, but they have been here for a very long time, and they are traditional Maltese doors that are used normally in big houses, yes. This is where we actually entered from, and was the first room. Look at those little angels that have been here for like a very, very long time. And finally, the garden. I was waiting for this one because I heard so many stories about this beautiful garden, and it's like on a perfect day like today you can see how beautiful it is and sunny and nice. This is the passageway where we have seen pictures of the Queen sat there with her prince and everything, being so happy. There's another door there which we have no access to. Could that be the shelter door? But you could see that the garden was decorated with huge lemon and orange trees, which were actually being sold. As you enter the house, they were selling oranges, because as you can see, the trees still produce a lot of oranges, and since nobody is living there, it's like, you know, going all to waste. So they took this opportunity while a lot of people were coming in, and actually a lot of people were buying oranges. that is another doorway as well. Make me so curious, these closed doors. I wish I could enter each and every one of them. That's the beauty of history, though, the beauty of history, of finding how they were built, how people used to live. Well, not that ordinary people used to live here, but the Queen describes this time as the only time in her life that she managed to live a normal life, because she used to work with the soldiers that were stationed here in Malta and their families as well, while the Prince of Edinburgh at the time was stationed with the Royal Navy. She used to actually work. So it is nice to experience being here, because not only there is a history here, but there's a nice love story that happened here, because they do both describe this time of their lives, why they lived in Malta as the most beautiful time of their lives. So could that be the shelter? This is what I would have imagined being a fountain, a little fountain over there, and on the left side is an entry to what we were told was a little shed. Obviously, being the garden was so big, they had to keep tools to keep it up and maintain it, and so that was the little shed where they kept all the tools for the garden. And this was a beautiful fountain. I would have loved to see it in its glory time and being so perfectly maintained. Actually, walking through here, I was thinking that the houses on the side, which had windows over the Queen's garden, I thought they weren't there at the time, but I did find some footage and pictures of the Queen in this actual garden, and it shows that the buildings were actually there, so somebody could peek in on the Queen at that time while just airing the clothes or something. This is the walkway, and that would have access to from upstairs. I don't think we can actually go on it because it looks a little bit too run down. There was a lot of people. And this is what I think was the little stone path where the horses used to drink from. Actually, we were told it was the horses drinking fountain when they were brought to the garden. And there is an upstairs, at the stairs where you go up to the second floor without having to enter the house, or coming down from the second level without having to go inside the house. So it's a cool little feature. Plenty of houses, plenty of rooms here. I think in a normal life, like 5 families could live here. See, and that way you can come in the first floor, which I think would have been where the sleeping quarters are. Little rooms, and there is like a well here, and this is another under the stairs little area. A little room here where some kind of videos were being done. documentaries, and everything was being saved. There is a little cooker which is amazing. I haven't seen one of these in God knows how long, if I ever, but they have stored them safely in this area, as well as the metal rails, because they're taking everything down for the start of the reconstruction of it. Hopefully they will make it into a majestic museum, because it deserves to be. It's such a pity being left like this. It has been closed for, as you can imagine from the state it is in, it has been closed for a very, very long time. Going up to the first level, which I would imagine would have held the sleeping quarters and the bedrooms and the private area for the princess at that time and the Duke of Edinburgh. As soon as you come in, the lights hit you coming from the garden, which is like, oh my goodness. Small room which enters into another large room, and the decorations around the doors are still like how they were. Wow, the tiles are just splendidly well kept. This was another fireplace. This room is absolutely huge. The ceilings are really, really high, which makes it like really, really difficult to maintain. We had a lady here which was explaining what they're going to do with this house, what they're going to, hoping that they would find, because there is actually discovering a huge painting under the actual paint, so they were trying to get off the paint as with minimal damage as possible done to the painting. This is the balcony, which was shut off for access, obviously for safety. I'm not sure whether I would imagine this room being a bedroom because of the size of it, and there is also a fireplace. Trying to discover what actually there is. I can't wait to see this space when they are finished with the renovations. So that was the large room, and the next large room I would have thought it is the reading area, because it holds a big piece of furniture, which I would have thought it's like would be filled with books. The light is amazing in this room, so yeah, I would consider this to be a small relaxing reading room. This is also another door that was barricaded. For some reason it was painted over, so it won't be shown. Makes me wonder what's behind these little doors and windows inside, like these ones on the side here. I think it was to pass food or to pass... I really have no clue what these could have been. But we couldn't... I did try to open one to see. but I actually couldn't look at those magnificent tiles. Just wow, they are still perfect. So many windows, another shut door over here. I think there was like a side stairs where the staff used to come up and down from, so they won't use the main area. But I'm not sure about that. I would have loved to see this when it was fully in working order, everyone doing their thing. This was another stairway down with another door that we couldn't access to. This is why I think that there were like staff quarters where they would go up and down and not use the main areas. The old switches were still there, and this is one of the bathrooms that is on the second level with a huge bath, which I don't think is that old, to be honest. Sink has gone somewhere else, was broken and removed. Huge windows still even in the bathrooms. Toilets broken. Flushing is not that old, neither is the water boiler, so I don't think that is actually very old. These are the between door areas thingy, and here's the second bathroom, which obviously has also a modernish flushing. Tiles, you can see the tiles are coming off the wall because it's been out of use and not maintained for such a long time. What a pity, such a pity. But the bath is in a still pristine condition, so is the taps. And here we have some hangers and another passageway between each door, a door that we could not access to, which is marked by a black cross. And this is one of the hallway kind of thingy that bypasses the garden, the view of the garden. So imagine waking up in the morning with all those doors open. Huge cabinet. Huge cabinet. It was empty. And this overlooked the gardens. There is the stairway up to the second level, which was the roof, and another big wardrobe here. And what I love about these houses is every room is interconnecting with the other one, which made it like a little maze. Here the wall for some reason is covered with like really thick paper. There is another small bathroom here on the side, which was in a very bad state, to be fair. So it was shut off for people, but you could still have a look. No showers in this house, only baths. That's one huge bath. Ceilings are a bit of a state. I'm sure that they're going to have a really good job in doing this place. This was some kind of small closet. I'm thinking it is a small closet because it's got shelves and hangers and like hooks where you hang everything in. This is like a little odd narrow space. I couldn't make much out of it, and there is this lower part which was closed, maybe for some shelves or something, but it was quite odd, to be fair. I don't think these were there when the Queen lived here, because they're just like huge nails. I think they would have had something more. And this is the actual door that you can see behind the Queen and the Prince over there. I am coming out of that door behind them. Unfortunately, the little walkway has given in the middle part, and that is why it's shut off for people, because it's not safe to go over. Hopefully they can restore it to its former glory. And this amazing balcony, oh, I could see why they loved it here, to be honest, because it is a grand house. Now going up on the third level, I'm not expecting much here, but because this is the way to the roof, which we are going to find probably amazing views. This is a small room in the middle of the stairway, which I think was a toilet. Yes, there is a sign that there was a toilet over there. And yes, this is the way to the roof. Wow, yes, well, the roof has been redone, as you can see. Yes, the roof has been freshly redone, yes, which is a good thing. That is probably to stop the water going in all the way down. And look at that garden. How huge is that garden? How amazing. Yes, actually, even when the Queen lived here, it was actually surrounded with buildings and families that lived in those houses, as it is now, which is a little bit hard to believe, because I don't think it would have been allowed nowadays, because everyone would be with cameras and taking pictures. And but it is an amazing house. I'm so glad I've got to visit this place finally, after waiting for so long, and I tell you, it didn't disappoint. And here is the spots and the whereabouts where the King and the Queen put their pictures. Oh, there was no cranes at the time, and on the way out we stopped to buy some oranges and some books and give a little bit of a tip. And there were still people waiting. There were still people waiting to visit this amazing house. Okay guys, we've done it. We have actually went around the Queen's house, where she used to live while she was in Malta. It was quite busy. I didn't expect anything else, to be honest, because it's an open day, so everyone wanted to come and see this amazing treasure here. And so that is it. I hope you enjoyed the tour. There are still a lot of people waiting. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.